MACT here, and again we're going to be working on this 1997 Ford Ranger. It's been running on a conventional oil from Walmart. Previous owner, I do see the sticker on that. It has about 2,000 miles on a conventional Castrol oil. So I decided I wanted to clean the engine out. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on synthetic to sort of purge it of stuff. So I bought a real good oil filter from Fram, and it's good for synthetic fluid. So I went ahead and got that to help clean out any particulates and everything else. And then of course I bought this Castrol Edge high mileage 5W30 full synthetic, advanced synthetic formula, whatever it is. Basically I just want to clean things out. Okay, I'm going to run this for a few thousand miles, and then I'll go up and probably do a different oil. But for now, I just want to upgrade the oil a little bit from the conventional, give it a little bit better protection, and of course clean the system out. So we're going to go ahead and change the oil filter. In this case, this is an XG8A Fram synthetic oil filter, and this is a Castrol 5W30 synthetic high mileage motor oil. We're going to go ahead and change the filter, drain the oil, and then of course add new oil and install the new filter, and then we'll be done. It's that simple. Of course, first things first, we want to go ahead and drain the oil. So this is a 15 millimeter that we're going to throw on here and release the plug. This is changed by Walmart. I pre-loosened this. They had this thing on. I think they put it on with an impact wrench. Same thing for the oil filter, folks. I had to get an oil clamp, like a vice grips, in order to release that oil filter. They had that thing on there at least a 3/4 of a turn past tight. If they could put it on with an impact wrench, I think they would. But we'll go ahead and drain this oil. And of course I want to get an oil sample of it, so I'll get my oil sample kit. Now I will go ahead and drop this plug out. Now the main reason I'm testing the oil is I want to know, since I have no real history on this engine, what is the condition of the engine and heavy metals and everything else from the bearings and stuff. What is the condition? Is this thing ready for race day, or is it about shot, or does it have problems? So this will tell me where I'm at starting out with this 2.3 liter 4-cylinder. So that's why I'm doing the oil samples, just so I have knowledge and understanding of where I'm at, being I paid a whole $500 for this thing. It's always nice to know where you're at. So we'll go ahead and get an oil sample like so. I got the oil sample here, and we'll go ahead and of course send that off to the lab and get it replaced here as soon as it's done draining, and we'll take the oil filter out then. And we got this thing loose so we can get it draining out a bit. Good thing I got my glasses on. This wind is blowing everything around today. Looks like the oil filter is pretty well drained, so we'll go ahead and unscrew it the rest of the way. There we go. And then we'll go up here and of course clean this up a little bit, and we'll get this plug back in here. Right here. It's all drained out. So get that back in there and get it tightened up. That way we don't forget. Never want to forget, right? So we'll go ahead and we're not going to do it Wally World tight. We're just going to do it tight. There we go. That's all we need. Wally World puts them on with impact wrenches. But we'll go ahead and let's put this new oil filter on. I do like this frame. It's got a nice little gripper on the end of it. But we'll go ahead and get this thing put on there, and then we'll fill it back up with oil. Alright, we're going to go ahead and slide this thing up in here. maybe. There we go. That thing looks bigger than the other one. We'll see. We'll see if it leaks. How's that? Feels like the seal is good. There we go. Nice and tight. Got it on there. So let's go ahead and fill it up with oil, run it. If we don't have any leaks, we're good to go. One thing you guys can look at in comparison to the oil filters. Look at that. See that? Definitely a shorter filter. This one's probably a higher flow that I just installed, whereas this was a real El Cheapo Fram or something. Yeah, it was an El Cheapo. Yeah, this is probably the cheapest Fram oil filter you could ever put on a vehicle. That's all it is. Now we're going to go ahead and fill this thing up full of oil. Throw our funnel in here. See what we get. Go ahead and let that settle down for a minute, then we'll go ahead and we'll check the oil level and make sure we got enough in there. Don't want to overfill it, but looks like we're about at the full line. We'll go ahead and give her a run and see where we're at. I'm sure we'll have to add more oil. We just got to get that filter filled now. Now we let this thing sit for a little while, and of course let everything drain. I of course have let it idle for about a minute or so, and oil pressure came right up. It was down and then it popped right back up. So of course the oil filter is now full, and of course the engine oil was circulated through. So we're going to test it to see where we're at. Might have to let it set for a little while just to get a good accurate reading. And we'll pour a little bit more in there. Because I didn't pour more than 4 quarts in it. So we'll see where we're at. Put the oil cap back on and we'll just let her sit around for a minute. And we're right at the top of the full mark, so we're all set. We have the 1997 Ford Ranger 2.3 filled to the max with oil. Not much else to say. Got the oil changed, so we'll go ahead and see where we go from here on this mighty Ford Ranger 1997 2.3 5-speed rear-wheel drive. And of course, whatever you do, join up on a MACT Ford Edge Facebook group, and also jump into the YouTube channel here you're watching me at and like and subscribe to videos. As with all things, my feet hit the floor today and I'm having a great day, and I want y'all to have a great day too. And of course, Mercy Girl's going to throw a couple one-liners at you and some follow-on music. We'll jump into it with maybe some bonus footage at the end. But this is it, folks. Have a great day.